Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls 3. We are starting off today in Anor Londo. Let me say that one more time because it feels just oh so good. We are starting off today in Anor Londo. We have a wedding to attend. I gotta pick my tux out. Now I'm gonna wear my Fire Witch set. That stuff is so fly. Unfortunately, this time I didn't think to leave a little commentary gap to fit Snake Eater in. I could probably fit that in there. Not quite as long as the ladder in Smoldering Lake, but... Ooh, speaking of throwbacks, we're about to have a big one. Don't you just love the atmosphere of this place? Okay, so, whoop. I heard you. Okay, let's stop dicking around. I was panning around the environment just to give you a preview of what's coming up, but... oh boy. The Anor Londo Silver Knight Demon Archers. We're gonna drop off here. Hopefully I don't get nailed. Even if I do, that's only a little bit of damage. I won't get pushed off an edge. Those were the Easterner's ashes. We'll take a little bit of a look at that, since we're behind safety now. Umbralash, an armor merchant from an eastern land. Surely the handmaid of Firelink Shrine can turn this into a few new things. The merchant, captain of a clan of hunters, was fascinated with weaponry. Ashes belonging to Shiva of the East. In fact, you can buy Shiva's gear once you turn those ashes in. Let's eliminate at least one of these goddamn archers. Get a little bit off our backs. Hearing their arrows for the first time sent a chill down my spine. Because it's before you even see them that they have that effect. You hear them and that's enough. Oh, I've just gone backwards, haven't I? Whoops, I got turned around after I made the drop off to get the Easterner's ashes. Oh shit, and you're just hanging out now. Don't like that. There's a lot of ways I could go wrong. Okay. At least he put his bow away, so he couldn't just fire that goddamn refrigerator-sized arrow at me from point blank. You tried. So you can see they double down. There are no, there's no narrow balcony anymore, like there was in the original Anor Londo, where you're sandwiched between two of them. But there is a lot more running across those narrow buttresses, and they doubled up on the amount of Silver Knights. So there's this big crossfire zone as you're making each one of the runs. And just like before, the danger isn't only getting hit with an arrow and taking a bunch of damage. It's getting hit with an arrow and getting knocked clean off the side. And even if you block, you still get knocked back a significant distance. It's not quite as scary to block these arrows. Holy shit, did I do this again? Son of a bitch. I have to stop doing this. I'm getting turned around every time I go up there. Oh my god, I feel so stupid doing that twice. Yeah, it's not just getting hit that'll get you knocked off. If you're in the wrong spot and you block an arrow, you could still get pushed off. It's frightening. I was looking for one of these. One of these goes down towards a shortcut, and one of them also goes down towards an item. This is how I'm getting fucked up. Oh. Yeah, look how far that pushed me back. If I was on one of those narrow buttresses, I'd have gone over the side. Good, this staggers. That staggers really well. So I can just go in on them with the Dancer's Blades. The Dancer's Blades are meant to parallel the two great swords used by Pontiff Sullivan. Ah, that was almost cool. One being fire, the other being some kind of like dark magic enchantment, same as the Pontiff's Blades. And of course the Dancer was given that ring and made an Outrider Knight of the Pontiffs. So she would have eventually devolved into the same kind of beast that we fought in the water reserve and on the Irithyll Bridge. Oop. Oh yeah, these spear ones, you'll probably see it eventually. They have like the nastiest lunge attack I've ever seen. It clears a staggering amount of distance. Like if I was at the bottom of this buttress here and he was at the top, he would probably with one charge make it all the way down here. And at Mach speed at that. What is that I'm hearing below? Oh, it might, I guess I'm hearing the Fireball Deacons grumbling around? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. No, this is worse in like every way. I was hoping it'd be a bit better. Heavy shield carried by Silver Knights, old royal family, flowing canal chiseled deeply into the face. They stayed behind to protect the humble manor, ruined cathedral, though their goddess is long since left. Her blessing upon her knights' shields remain. The only other significant difference is the Silver Knight shield has a parry, and the Black Knight shield just lets you use your weapon skill. Kind of disappointed that the stability on the Silver Knight shield isn't better. If anything, you would expect the Silver Knight's equipment to be in better shape. And we'll do one more drop off the side in order to get the Dragon Slayer Great Bow and a couple of Dragon Slayer arrows. So the only real use I can discern for the shortcut that we just opened up is to get that Dragon Slayer Great Bow and to get right back up there immediately. Without too much muss or fuss. Otherwise, this shortcut doesn't actually come into play all that often. There's another bonfire that's really, really close by. Another one coming up, I should say. Another two, actually, although one is kind of isolated off on its own. You'll see what I mean momentarily. I'm doing this early in the morning, so I feel kind of congested. I'm doing this early because we got Gami to prepare for tomorrow. Yeah. Okay, so we'll go grab this ember real quick. This should be nice and familiar, the spiral elevator. We're gonna go ahead and bring that down. And right over here, if you aren't on this leg of the Anri and Yuria quest, there is an illusory statue of Gwyn right here.
Welcome, our gracious lord. Your spouse awaits you. You are very near. Please, take the sword of avowal. May you be the truest lord of Londo yet.
I wish she was actually holding the sword. Looks kind of bad. So the Sword of Avowal. It's not a weapon, it's a key item. Ceremonial Sword of Londo cannot be equipped as a weapon. Said that a rite of wedlock will presage a true Hollow Lord. Your spouse's name is Anri, who patiently awaits a rightful lord deep within the mausoleum.
Your spout, mate.
So that's Yuria's pilgrim agent from earlier. If you kill the pilgrim in the Church of Yorshka back in Irithyll, the last time we saw Anri, you end Yuria's quest prematurely, and Anri's continues on down a very, very different path. And before we go see our bride, to the right of the Tomb of Gwyn here in the Dark Moon Tomb, hey, the reversal ring, the LGBTQ ring, symbolic of Gwyndolin. A divine ring granted to the Dark Moon Gwyndolin in his youth causes males to perform female actions and vice versa. Gwyndolin was raised like a daughter through the aura of the moon and was said to behave like a sullen, brooding goddess. This is what they meant by prepare the bride. The pilgrim agent of Yuria was sent to kidnap and kill Anri. Feels pretty bad. From our marriage ceremony, we acquire 3 extra dark sigils for a total of 8 now. So it seems like the only reason we took up this bride in Anri was to acquire her dark sigils. The things that cause her to hollow. And the pilgrim's just mysteriously dead. And Chameleon. Chameleon is what he was using to disguise himself, and it's also what you can get if you just kill the pilgrim back in the Church of Yorshka. He was so overjoyed for our amazing ceremony. He just dropped dead of a heart attack. See, nothing back here. Yeah, it wouldn't make sense for that to be illusory, now that I think about it. If you choose to go with Anri's quest and continue her side quest, let's see. Okay, I know what I have to do now. Yeah, if you choose to continue down her side quest instead of doing Yuria's, there may or may not be a little reunion with the body of Horus. Horus the Hushed, by the way, there's not much to support this, but there's not a lot to discount it either. Oh, there it is. The text pop-up and the cathedral. I like the idea that Horus is hushed because his tongue was cut out by a finger of Rosaria invading his world, so he became a blue sentinel to protect others from meeting the same fate that he met.
Our lord and liege. I presume thy holy vows are sworn? Wonderful. Now thou art the true and deserving Lord of Hollows. With the spouse, the strength to claim the fire is thine. Thy lordship, I prithee wrest the fire from its mantle. I, Yuria, and all Londo embrace thy impending lordship. O Lord and Liege, I prithee, play the usurper. When the moment cometh to link the fire, wrest it from its mantle. The age of fire was founded by the old gods, sustained by the linking of the fire. But the gods are no more, and the all-powerful fire deserveth a new heir. Our Lord of Hollows, it shall be, who weareth the true face of mankind. Our Lord, and I prithee, when the other, our Lord, be safe.
So, this is the strength, the face of the true face of humanity. Yeah, Londor, Land of Hollows, we're the Lord of Hollows now.
Oh, hello, you're back. And in one piece. Well, now it's time I do my part, huh? Changed your mind? I hope you do. I lived a petty rat, but would rather not die as one. Thank you for placing your trust in me. Don't you worry. I know Lothric like the back of my hand. Goodbye. I will leave for some time. Do stay safe, you hear? Or my efforts.
So we're gonna send Grey Rat out on his third pillage out to the High Wall of Lothra. Or rather, Lothric Castle. So this whole wrest the fire from its mantle and
Gracious.
take the fire, this is where things are gonna start getting pretty weird, huh? We, There's, in Londor, there's this reverence for hollowing. Slows equipment degradation, wielders, okay. Nothing actually that interesting. It's a shame. Oh, and there's one other thing that you get, with the Eastern Ashes. It's Lautrec's armor. Plus we can buy Anri's Elite Knight stuff. Great. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. I'm gonna go back to the Fire Witch stuff, though, because I like that way better. Yeah, they see some kind of strength in hollowing. A strength which I don't know if it's gonna make sense by the end. But they see hollowing as a sign of strength, and we needed those extra dark sigils from whence hollowing comes to, as Yuria put it, wrest the fire from its mantle. Not let the flame go out, not link the flame, take the flame, usurp it. So by this point, she's directly confirmed that this whole questline that we're doing for her affects the ending pretty drastically. I'm gonna take some time out because I just want to say that this bridge is fucking stupid. Let's drop a prism stone here just to confirm what we're walking into. Yeah. Yeah, in fact, an invisible bridge. And you can see across the way there's a bonfire, there's a whole bunch of stuff. This bridge is fucking stupid. It's so creatively bankrupt. Instead of searching for a clever, cool solution to connect the broken bridge to the bonfire, instead of being able to take a neat, roundabout way to get here, there's just this lazy, stupid, invisible bridge for absolutely no reason. None at all. It's so pointless. It's so... absolutely not creative. On to more interesting things, though. This is Yorshka herself. And she looks like Priscilla and even has a tail.
Name thyself, stranger. I am Yorshka, captain of the Dark Moon Knights. What beckoned thee to such a place? Thou thinkst too. Very well. Captain to this knightless company I remain. I will grant thee purpose. Thou'st journeyed far. Hear my voice. If thou shalt swear by the covenant to become a shadow of Father Gwyn and Sister Guinevere, a blade that shall hunt the foes of our lords, then I place thee under the aegis and the power of the Dark Moon. Thou art now a blade of the Dark Moon, the only knight of our company. Swear this oath and face thy solemn duty. Oh, good blade of the Dark Moon, welcome home. If I can provide thee succor, only tell me how. Long ago, our father Gwyn, lamenting the waning of the fire, became cinder of his own will. Now, the fire is linked by the champions who have come in his stead. Such is the will of Father and the gods. And so the Dark Moon Knights took arms to watch over those who link the fire. But long ago, our company lost its last proper knight. Only its covenant was preserved to this day, until the time of thy visit. Heirdom taketh many forms, indeed. May I pose thee a question? This tower, this prison, stands tall and solitary, the contraption bridging its lower reaches long unmoving. So, by what path didst thou here ascend? Art thou a creature of the air? Or other winged thing? Oh my! I imagined it might be so. Then thou art a dragon? Or perhaps a crow? Well, whatever thou beest, thou'rt wondrous strange, yet strangely familiar, visitor. Long ago, our father Gwyn, now but only Heirdom off so soon, may the Dark Moon watch over thee.
I don't know if telling her that you can fly actually affects anything. I don't think it does. I just think it's cute. Although I do kind of find it interesting that she mentions, oh, maybe you're either a dragon or a crow, because those are both not only very significant to the Dark Souls lore in general, but they're also particularly significant to Priscilla and the Painted World. Crows and dragons. Speaking of the Painted World, Painted Guardian's Sword. And if we drop further down, we find the Painting Guardian attire. So some not so subtle references to the Painted World all throughout this little section here. With Yorshka, with what we find around here, with the kind of parallel to Priscilla. We find her imprisoned in this tower, which, by the way, are you aware spatially of where we are now? We're now back at the bottom of the Yorshka's church bonfire. That's what was directly above this before. Is the prison tower bonfire in Anor Londo. So that's why this is called Yorshka's church, because her prison tower is directly above this. Ah, so good. Aaron Little and Andrew M. both let me know that Yorshka says Sullivan's name at rank 2 of the Dark Moon Covenant after handing in a bunch of proofs of Concord's kept. A silver pendant depicting the Dark Moon and a sword, the crest of the Dark Moon Knights, the original Blue Sentinels equipped to pledge oneself to the Blade of the Dark Moon Covenant. When a member of the Way of the Blue faces a Dark Spirit, the Blades of the Dark Moon, by an ancient accord, help to root out the invader. Summoning takes place automatically when equipped. Weapon described in legends, passed down amongst heretics, wielded by the Painting Guardians. Uniquely shaped weapon with a flat tip. Yeah, heretics. Legends passed down by heretics. Remember the heretical storytellers, the Cordians, the Crow people? The heretical storytellers were the kind of big pyromancers of the Corvians. Attire of painted. Hold on, I hear footsteps. I don't see anything out of the corner. Hunchback, teller. Oh shit! I didn't see it coming out of the corner. Oh wait! Oh no! 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 How did he even aggro? Oh shit! Look at the distance he gets on that. This is terrible. Oh, this is really bad. Fuck. I have to... God, I have to just chip away at him. I have to chip away and focus the one down. Wow, that's... That is easy. Oh, shit. Easier said than done. Okay, not twice. They're protecting each other. So I can't just circle around for a backstab. Should make this way easier. God damn it, that lunge. Perfect. Good, 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 good. Die. Okay, now that's just one-on-one. Oh. Yeah, fucked. Whew. Okay. Now... The irony is I had to rest at the bonfire to recover all the Estus I had to waste. So I'm gonna end up fighting them both again anyway. At least this time I get to fight them one-on-one. Whoop. Camera. Ah, I hate that. No, what is going on with the other one patrolling around and aggroing from a distance today? I've never seen that happen before. I've never seen them both aggro like this ever before. I hear him coming down the stairs. Okay, finish you off. Just fuck. New levels of fuckery. Entire new dimensions unfolding. Holy Jesus. That would be a death. Okay, if they're both just gonna aggro at the same time, I'm just gonna charge up there. And hopefully I can kill one really quickly if I just get super aggressive. I didn't want to do that before because I was worried that they would both aggro. But they're gonna anyway. Okay. Let's just go for it then. Then I at least start this with a backstab, a charged R2, and maybe if I'm lucky, finish him off before the other one gets to me. Perfect. Not so perfect, but still. Wow, that was ridiculous. Holy shit. Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm still a little bit sleepy waking up. Hey, Red-Eye Silver Knight. Oh, you're going right off the cliff, aren't you? Yup. Peace out. Soul of a Crestfallen Knight. Was there a Soul of a Crestfallen Knight in that exact spot in DS1, Anor Londo? That's a nothing door. Yeah, so this area is mostly nothing. This would be right this is where you fight the two demon gargoyles, and then you go down the one buttress that leads to the other one up to the two Anor Londo demon archers from DS1. That other pathway would have been. I love that without the sun and without Gwendolyn's illusion of the sun, Anor Londo spending this much time sunless, it's just become this, oh shit, frosted over wasteland. Giant's coal. Coal used for weapon infusion. Said that the giant blacksmith of Anor Londo was once a blacksmith of the gods. Give to the blacksmith in the shrine. Lightning, Simple, and Chaos Infusion. Simple is the gem that we just got above Pawn of Sullivan's room. Also, look at the floor here. Look at this layer of gushy soot and slime. There's another reason that Anor Londo is frosted over like this. You know how it used to kind of sit on high in DS1? Well, now it's in the middle of a valley. It's gone from the highest point in the land to one of the lowest. And again, it's more evidence that the geography is just losing its shit. It's just shifting erratically. Lothric is where the land of the lords converge, and that may be because the First Flame is in such dire straits that the entire world is just geographically going to hell. Like, land masses are slamming into each other and drifting apart. It's actually very Bloodborne nightmare-esque, especially the Old Hunters DLC. The very opening of the Old Hunters. Oh, that still does a lot of stamina damage. I can block most of the damage from the fireball, but it still takes a good chunk out of my stamina. Ooh. Yeah, y'all need to stop. Just chill. Just chill. Ow, how did that whiff? Ah, poor giant blacksmith. That hits a lot of people hard in the feels. It tugs at the heartstrings. For me, the big heartstring tugging moment was finding the fair lady in Quilana. It's like the comic of the dinosaur, all my friends are dead. Yeah, all your Dark Souls 1 friends are dead. I half expect, and the Dark Souls 2 ones, for the most part, I think. I half expect to come across, like, Goth petrified somewhere in the DLC. Oh, it's another one of these. This is good. We didn't get to properly fight the one in the cathedral of the deep, and that one back then was a lot weaker. So we get to see what this thing is made of now, and it's made of nightmares. It's like it's 70% spider, but also 30% nightmares, but also like 5% chimp or something. And every time it hits you, it's building up curse. It sucks. This is a rough enemy, especially because it has so much more health, and it's so much harder to riposte than the one in the Cathedral of the Deep that ambushes you from the ceiling. Hey, curse juice. Not bad. That one drops an Aldrich's Ruby, whereas the first one that you fight drops Aldrich's Sapphire. The effects of both of which, I forget what they do. Malformed ring left by Aldrich, Saint of the Deep, recovers HP from critical attacks. I guess it's FP for the other. Aldrich, infamous for his appetite for flesh, apparently had the desire to share with others his joy of imbibing the final shudders of life while luxuriating in his victims' screams. I think that's the same description as the Sapphire. I remember the luxuriating in his victims' screams line, because, damn, that is a fine, fine piece of prose. Luxuriating in his victims' screams. This is what I was looking for. You're not a mimic. I couldn't see the chain. Estus Shard, hey. Still got a couple of those left to go. Not too many. Not too many, though. So we're gonna run straight past the Fireball Deacons. Oh my god, look where we're heading to. Look at it. It's so beautiful! Oh, yeah. Yeah. Aldrich, holy shit. Everything about him is cool. Like, the callback arena you fight him in, it's just the start. His form is really awesome. His title is the strongest it could ever be. The Devourer of Gods. They put Aldrich over so strongly up to this point, and he isn't disappointed either. He is a fucking awesome boss. And he devoured Gwendolyn. Like, remember that line about how they imprisoned a god of the old royalty and fed him to Aldrich? That's Gwendolyn. That is Gwendolyn. It also kind of looks like his skirt is made of Nito. And then you get these glimpses of this serpentine worm body underneath all of it. And then this whole room seems to be a part of him. This like black goo that we saw in the intro FMV. His moveset's rad. Everything about this fight I just love. I love it to death. Also, you get to see more of the game's really good fire effects. I'll never get sick of those glittering little embers. Oops, I shouldn't have stuck around. That does damage when he teleports away. Whoop, 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 whoops. This bow shot that he does gets really hard to deal with in this phase because it lasts longer and it tracks way harder. And he'll sometimes do that, which is really just difficult damage to avoid. It actually took a second attempt to get used to avoiding everything. I think I know what's going on. When I first fought him, he didn't really do much to me on my initial playthrough. And I think it's because I was super aggressive the first time I fought him. And I haven't been as aggressive. So he's just punishing me for being kind of passive. I want to, like, Nikali command grab Aldrich and slam dunk him onto the floor and be like, Boss Jaws will never consume me. Aldrich, the devourer of gods. So here's the thing. This is either a huge retcon or the canon outcome of Dark Souls 1 did not include us fighting Gwendolyn back then, since he's optional. It starts off friendly. There's another interesting implication in Smo's Hammer's description that says he was the last knight to guard the cathedral, which, to me, like, the way I interpret that is, I think that confirms that Super Smo is the canon fight instead of Super Ornstein. And I think that just completely retcons the shit out of the old Dragon Slayer in Dark Souls 2. Like, I still, to this day, don't know what the fuck is going on with that. I thought I did, and then I did not. Oh, this is good damage, but I don't want to get greedy, because he is going to disappear, and that does damage. As you're going to kind of see more and more of, you've already seen a bit, Dark Souls... Oh, that's a life leech on him. Dark Souls 3 disregards a lot of Dark Souls 2. Or, at the very least, treats it kind of like it doesn't exist. You can get at least one hit. I'm just gonna roll and zigzag for dear life through this. Yeah, that's another element he possesses of someone else, is the life hunt sight. I believe his soul is how you get the life hunt sight, if I remember correctly, and that appears to be what he uses when he spins around like that and leeches health. So an element of Priscilla in there, an element of Nito, and obviously Gwendolyn. Also, let's check out these statues. We got Big Papa Gwyn, of course. Guinevere and no one, because remember, Gwyn's firstborn was scrubbed from the annals of history. Of course, you know what's behind the ruined cathedral where once we fought Ornstein and Smo. What was behind here, because remember, Guinevere left long ago. In fact, she was an illusion in Dark Souls 1, but we still find her ring here. And it greatly boosts... Wait, that's the wrong one. Ring associated with Guinevere, Princess of Sunlight and oldest daughter of Gwyn the First Lord. The ring is vaguely warm like a beam of sunlight and gradually restores HP. Guinevere left her home with a great many other deities and became a wife and mother, raising several heavenly children. Heavenly children is the operative word there, or the operative phrase. It's an important one. Soul of Aldrich. When Aldrich ruminated on the fading of the fire, it inspired visions of becoming of the age of... an age of the deep sea. He knew the path would be arduous, but he had no fear. He would devour the gods himself. Makes him seem like a pioneer, which is kind of cool. Also, Cathedral of the Deep. Age of Deep Sea. Cinders of a Lord left by Aldrich, devourer of gods. If the lords will not return to... Aldrich became lorded by devouring men, but was disillusioned with his throne, and so took to devouring gods instead. The nature of how Aldrich actually became a Lord of Cinder is still a little bit unclear, but I'll speculate about that more on the next episode, because we are definitely about out of time for today. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy. Have a good one. Be sure to tune into Gami Saturday, May 28th.